never did this.
Welcome to the Notra Vinnbie Show, guys.
Hi.
And we are live right now because we're going to talk about sports.
Okay.
And there's no audience, but I'm going to do something. I'll be the first one to be the audience. All right?
Okay, you can go on this magic little phone and find out about
I'll
things.
be the first one to be the audience.
We're going to be role playing, but those not role playing because he is the audience of my performance.
Let's see. Let's see if we can find him. Notra.
I'm on the phone?
Yes, you're everywhere.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. See? You're live.
Oh, wow. I'm live. What are we going to talk about the fights? We got fight. There's stuff over there that's papers that have fights in them. See, this doesn't have.
All right, guys. Now, let's talk about the fights now, guys.
We could talk about Serrano's new challenge.
Okay.
Yes. See, Serrano.
Well, we got 2 views, guys.
Oh my goodness, 2 people beside me.
We got 2 views.
Oh well, this is
good, guys. Let's keep it up. So first thing, like now we got the view. We gotta talk about some fighters.
Yeah.
Where's the fighters?
No, the fighters and the papers on the bed. You gotta go over there.
All right.
Okay.
So we gonna talk about January 31, Saturday, on the DAZN.
Now this is interesting. January 31, they're gonna have Tefino Lopez, 22, 1-0 with 13 KOs against Sharaka Stevens, 22 and 1 with 13 KOs. Do I have his record there? No, where is his record? I didn't put it down. Well, anyway, he's undefeated.
Uh-huh.
Now, the thing is with Lopez is a hot and cold fighter. He has trouble with boxers. He's a boxer, and he's a boxer puncher, but he's very inconsistent.
Right.
Now, the other guy is an expert boxer, but he's still boring. He's still safety first. He's not Sugar Ray Leonard where he'll try to do you in.
Right.
Now, this fight is going to be an interesting fight. If Lopez can rise to the occasion and fight his best fight,
right,
he could win. Because I'll also Stevenson.
Correct.
And Stevenson just beat this guy, and I lost some money on it. This guy who had been knocking people out, and I thought he was a new thing. I thought he was going to be a super duper. But Shakur floored him.
That's true. He
did. Beat the hell in him and outpointed him.
But if you guys have any opinion about this fight, there's a comment on the side.
Yeah, comment.
You can comment. We can respond to your writings. All right.
Right. So I think what's going to happen, Shakur. Yeah, comment. You know what? You could criticize me. I don't care. I'm a thick skin.
This is live. We're here for you guys.
That's right.
All right.
Now here's
the next one. Right.
Okay.
Keyshawn Davis, 13-0 and 9 KO versus the election. Jamie Ortiz, 22 and 1 with 10 KOs. Oh.
Now this is an interesting fight.
That's a very interesting fight.
Because the one guy is undefeated.
Alarm set for 10 a.m. to NCT, you and similar artists station on Apple Music.
What the hell is going on here?
We don't know.
The machine girl is talking to me, and I didn't even talk to her. I think she's up to something. Yeah. Now let's see.
So what do you think about Jamie Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis?
Now Keyshawn, is a very good fighter.
Correct.
He could be an all-time great.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting Davis, who is a good fighter.
But
it's a class thing. Now both, if you look at their records, Keishan is 13-0 with 9 KOs.
Right.
He knocks out most of the people he fights.
Right.
He just won the title from this Eastern European guy, in which he knocked him out with a body shot.
Ah.
Now, Steven is a good fighter, 13. No, he's 22 and with 10 KOs. Doesn't have a big enough punch. He's like a good fighter.
He's a good fighter, but his punch is not strong enough.
But he's maybe fighting an all-time great.
Right.
So it's not gonna. Who's gonna win.
Right.
And the he Davis Jamin Ortiz is a technician. He's called the technician because he's primarily a boxer.
The technician, Jermaine Ortiz.
He's not going to outfight.
He's not going to outfight
the Keishan. Keishan is a really special fighter.
Yep.
That's what they think. He's special.
All right. The next one. Shushu. Bruce Carrington, 16-0 and 9 KO versus Carlos Castro, 33 and 14 KO. Ooh.
Now, this is an interesting fight.
This is interesting, guys.
Bruce is a very good fighter.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God, he's 16-0 with 9 KOs.
Right.
Shh. You know why he says shushu?
Why they
he quiets you down because he knocks your ass out. Ooh. And he's fighting Mr. 30-3 and with 14 KOs.
Okay.
And who almost beat Lopez. Although a lot of people thought he did.
Yeah, did.
But he's fighting a guy who's a level above. And he'll put up a good fight.
Right.
But always be behind.
Always be
behind. And he always get himself knocked.
Right. The next one is going to be Carlos Adames, 24-1 with 17 KO versus Austin Williams, 19-1 and I got 0 with 15 KO.
Now, Austin Williams, was a top American prospect.
Right.
But he was beaten by this Englishman, this giant Arab Englishman.
Right.
Who's 6'3", and he was fighting him at middleweight.
Right.
Now this guy, when he fought him, he had actually fought Carlos Adams. But the guy was fighting. He was trying to stay at a middleweight. Well, right. You can't. It's very hard to stay middleweight when you're 6'3". So he was starving himself to death. And a lot of people felt that Carlos Adams won the fight. Now, when he went and he fought Ammo, he was at a super middleweight,
right,
which is 168.
That's correct.
That made all the difference in the world.
Right.
And the guy actually beat Ammo, and he beat this Puerto Rican puncher. I forget his name. Anyway, I should write these down now. Because the brain cells, I never fought, but I think I'm losing a few brain cells.
I think you got hit a couple of times, right?
I got hit. Yeah, I mean, people might give me a sucker punch.
All right. The next one, Big Baby. Jarrell Miller, 21-2 with 22 KO versus Black Lion.
The Black Lion.
Kingsley Lee.
16-2-1.
16-2-1 with 14 KO.
Now the thing is about the King.
Right.
The King he's better than a lot of mediocre fighters, but he gets out of shape.
Right.
He's almost 300 pounds.
Ooh.
But he's fast. He can punch and all that stuff, and he's good enough to fight lower echelon guys. But the Big Baby is tough. The Big Baby has an iron chin. And the reason why the Big Baby and he knocks people out.
He did.
But there's a problem with Big Baby. Big Baby did steroids. He kept on getting caught. Now, Big Baby is not the brightest of God's children. Because you get caught once and they let you go, you should not do it again.
Right.
Kept on doing it. That's the new thing. To do steroids, whatever. Stop it. Even if it's a mild steroid or it's like something that they don't agree with, they'll take your license away.
That's true.
That's true. But the big baby's going to spank kids.
That's true. All right. The next one. Ziyad Almayev, 7-0-1 and 1 KO versus Kevin Castillo, 5-2-1.
Now this is interesting. Right. See, this the guy that with the Muslim name is from Muslim country.
Yep.
He's from Saudi Arabia.
Yes, he is. Saudi Arabia.
And they don't have a big pool of kids that do boxing, but
No.
they're trying to develop it.
They try to make it better.
And so they're training him like gangbusters.
Mm.
Now I've seen the guy fight. And
Right.
I've seen the guy Costello he's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Costello has not a bad record and a determined guy.
Nope.
But and the thing is with the Arab, he doesn't have firepower, but he's a very good boxer.
That's true.
And his nickname is the Mighty. Though that doesn't quite roll because he doesn't knock people out. But I've seen them develop that these guys start knocking people out because they got the best trainers in the world.
That's true.
And when you have the best trainers in the world and you have a pool of people who are willing and able and disciplined, you got something there.
Yes, you got something on him, guys.
Yeah. So he's going to outpoint this Argentine. I think it's Argentinian, the guy he's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Ecuadorian, somewhere in that direction.
He's a Spanish one.
He's a Spanish guy.
All right.
And he's going to be trying.
So we going through this other list, or we got to finish it here?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
How long have we been doing this?
This video, 11 minutes.
Yeah, let's do one more. 20 minutes.
All right. So January 31. I don't know if this is coming up,
This is coming up.
but I don't know. Do you know any of these or?
Oh, I know them all.
Okay.
I've been studying.
All right. So we go. First one is Alexander Saya, 22-0 and 13 KO versus Abbas Barrow, 17-1-0 with 9 KO.
Now this is going to be a really good fight. They don't
Right.
have they don't have what they call a platform yet, where they're going to say when it's going to happen in terms of what channel.
Right.
It'll be pay per view.
Right.
Maybe it'll be pay per view. Now, let's just call him Zaras, right?
Cormax.
And so let's just call him Mr. X. Is the pride of the Puerto Rican community.
Right.
He's a champion.
Right.
He's very stylish. He beat this Mexican guy out pointing him. He's tall. He's handsome, and he can box.
Correct.
Now he has, of his victories, he has 13 KOs in 22 fights.
Mm.
So he's very good.
He's very good.
But there's one problem.
What's the problem?
He's fighting, pronounce that, Rahan,
Abbas Barrow,
who is 17
17-0, 9 KO with 17 wins and 1 loss.
Now Abbas is going to win this fight. Huh?
Why?
And you're saying, wow, I don't even know who
What's
Abbas
going
is.
on?
Well, the thing is, they underestimated Abbas. Abbas was winning a whole bunch of fights, but a loyal echelon guy.
Right.
Then they put him in with this Cuban guy who was supposed to be hot crap.
Mm-hmm.
And because Cubans are usually very good fighters, they got a great training program.
Right.
I don't know what they give them there, but they give them something. Well, this is what happened.
What happened?
He beat that Cuban guy round after round after round.
Mm.
Dominated a guy from a training program that usually they end up dominating everybody.
Correct.
Well, the thing is with Mr. X, he's a very good fighter, but he's never fought anybody like this.
No.
He never fought. This guy's going to win. And the Puerto Ricans are going to be brokenhearted because they think he's a really great champion. And he is a good
He
champion.
is a good champion. Yes, he
But
is.
he's fighting a guy who really knows how to fight and has learned the hard way how to fight. See, that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to make money because every Puerto Rican in the world is going to be betting on Mr. X.
Right.
And how many Africans are here to do the Mr. Africa?
Correct.
It'll be me and a handful of Africans betting on the right guy that's going to win. And my $5 is going to give me a lot of money. I'm going to be rich. Da, 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 da.
All right, the next one. Rayo. Light,
Lightning. He has two nicknames.
lightning. Rohan Polanco, 17-0-0, 10 KO. Versus Nanete. Christian Gomez, 21-6-1, and 21 KOs.
Now, I watched these. Wait, what happened?
No, continue.
I watched these guys fight because I study.
All right.
And Polanco is a hard hitting puncher.
Right.
And the other guy is a big puncher, but he's not busy enough. And he's not long enough. He's a little old.
Yeah.
And when you got a guy who is not busy enough fighting a young guy, it's going to be curtains.
Right.
He'll beat him. He'll be a tough fight. Blanco may move forward, but the other guy will not have this, won't be able to knock him out because he's young, he's skilled, he's good,
Right.
and he'll win, and
That's
I'll
true.
make some money.
That's true. Now the next one is called Gallo de Oro. That means Rooster of Gold. Giovanni Santillo, 34-1-0, 18 KO versus Courtney Peniston, 17-11-3 with 7 KO.
Now this is Giovanni. I thought he was Italian, but he's actually Puerto Rican. Pressure fighter.
Right.
And he got knocked out by. He lost this fight, and he's tough. And they're putting him with a guy who's not that good.
Right.
Courtney is 17, 11 losses, and 3. He's the type of guy when the guy's coming in making a comeback, they put him up against.
That's right.
They put him so because say he got beat up.
Right. Say I got beat up. Right. Say.
They're going to go, hey, let's put him with a real tough guy after he got beat up.
Right.
Well, you know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
Psychologically, he'll be insecure, and he might tense up when the guy's going to hit him, and he'll be rusty because he hasn't fought in a while.
Right.
So he'll lose again, and then boxing is a very merciful sport. It's not like MMA where you could lose a whole bunch of fights and people don't hold against you. Lose 2 fights and you're through.
That's correct.
That's not fair.
Nope, it's not.
So the Giovanni, what is that?
Giovanni Santillo.
I thought he was Italian. He might be half Italian, Puerto Rican. People are mixing, race mixing.
They're making up, but I think he's Spanish.
I think he's Spanish, yeah. I saw him and he looks Spanish to me.
All right. The next one.
He's from San Francisco.
La Paz Nano or Cana?
Well,
Ini Candino, 13-0-1 with 12 KO versus Itonti Michael Williams, 16-2-0 with 12 KOs.
now this is interesting.
Okay.
This guy, if I'm getting it right, let's see, Gianni, out of 13 victories, he has 12 KOs.
Right.
That guy can punch.
Yes, he does. You already said.
He has a big percentage.
Big percentage, guys.
And he's fighting a guy, and Michael, who can punch too.
Oh.
But Michael, another guy not busy enough, he's a little long in the tooth. And he will it's who gets who first. And you gotta go with the guy who's never been knocked out. Michael has been knocked out.
Right.
So a guy who's never been knocked out, you gotta say he has a better chance. Both can punch. Both will have good punches. But Michael, Ennis or Condono has never been knocked out, and he has a big knockout
He
percentage.
got a big knockout.
And he's young.
Right? Yes, he does.
Sometimes when I evaluate things,
actually, they both got the same knockout, but he got a bigger.
he's got the missiles. You know how they get the
he
missiles.
got no loss, so Yeah.
Now let's see another one.
Another one. True. Juanita Lopez de Jesus. 4-0, 2 KO versus Kid Canelo. Carnes Rosel Godes. 8-4-2 with 7 KO.
Now this is interesting.
Right.
Now, is it Lopez? Janeto Lopez, right?
Right.
Now, he has all knockouts by his record.
Right.
And the giveaway that he's going to win this fight is that he was an Olympian.
Right.
Now, the guy he's fighting is a white guy with a high KO percentage, iron chin, never been knocked out.
Not sure.
Now, you got a guy who has knocked out everybody he's fought, and is an Olympian. He's going to fight this wild man.
Right.
So that's the guy fights like a wild man.
Yep.
He could get knocked out because out of the white guy's percentages, and he has 7 out of 8 victories, 7 by knockout. But pedigree will show the Mexican guy is going to win. But
Right.
the Mexican guy's got to be careful
That's correct.
because you deal with a wild man
That's correct, guys.
with an iron chin and doesn't get knocked out and can knock anybody out. You knock out 8. He's lost fights, 4-2, and 4-5, but it's all by decision.
By decision, yep.
It's just a dangerous fight.
Dangerous fight.
This is unusual that you put a guy, even an Olympian, with such. He's first time when the first 10 foes of the average American fighter, right?
Right.
A cakewalk.
Mm.
They don't put him in with dangerous people who are punchers and this, that, and the other. They put him in with the guys who are ham and eggers.
Okay.
And they don't even have the eggs.
Nope.
Maybe a little ham.
No, he doesn't. The next one, guys, is called El Eléctrico, the electric. Yadril Caban Hesena, 1-0 versus Jeremy Hernandez Toros, 2-2-0. This looks like a beginner fight.
Yeah, but the thing is, the beginner in this.
This looks like a beginner fight.
Yeah, it's a beginner fight. They're two novices.
Jimenez has more fight, but he got 2-2. That's different.
Right.
Rodriguez had his first fight, he won, but I guess that's going to be his second fight with Jimenez. Now, he studied him. He should be able to tell you more about him.
Well, you see, the thing is,
Yeah.
I looked up. At first, they had the amateur guys record. Jimenez had won Golden Gloves and Olympian things and got the medals, right? So he's turning pro. He has a lot of experience.
Right.
He has a pedigree, and he has a big punch too. Because when you look at his amateur career, he had a big punch. But he's fighting this little feisty little white guy who can take him out if he's not careful. If he uses all the skills, right?
Right.
He should be able to box out the wild man.
He should be able to take him out.
And not take him out. He should try to outbox.
Right.
If he goes in there saying, "I'm going to knock this bastard out," he might get floored. He might lay himself open for something.
That's true.
It's interesting. They're putting him and they're matching him in tough.
That's true, guys.
Very impressive.
Very impressive, guys.
So that's
okay. I have a question. What would be the next big fight in the future? And this time right now.
Moses
going towards the future.
If Moses Aldama, right?
Yeah.
Keeps on winning fights and proves he has a chin and stamina.
Right.
He against the Ukraine madman, Usyk would be a great fight. Because Usyk is at his prime, even though he's 38 years old,
but
right?
They're still looking for fights for Usyk.
Yeah, they're still looking
they
for
can't fight. They can't find nobody.
No, they can find people, but Usyk, you know what they did with Usyk, right?
What?
He had just beaten the Frenchy guy, the guy with the French name, Pierre, whatever that, right? Big guy, twice as big as he is. Outboxed him, knocked him cold, right?
Right.
And then they said to him, "We want you to fight our number one contender," because he was the undisputed fight champion of all the world, right?
Right.
So they have like 4 different organizations. Each organization tries to dictate to the champion who he should fight next.
Right.
Now, Usyk is trying to say, "No, I'm big enough that I can choose my champions, and I want a soft touch because I've been just wearing myself out fighting these guys."
Right.
So he's going to fight Diane Wilder, the bronze bomber, a big puncher, but who's not been winning lately, right?
Correct.
Now, you know how much money he's going to make doing that?
How much?
This is American fighter, and people who know he is $100 million. And all he wants is a little bit of a soft touch before he goes in with the Lions again. By the time he gets through with Wilder, Moses would have fought this guy called Franklin, who's a good chin, and maybe fought a guy who could punch.
Right.
So, will he be ready in 15 fights for Usyk? Don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because there's mysteries about Moses. They keep, he was going to be, he's only 20.
Right.
They said he'll be the new Tyson. Well, we don't know if he can take a good chin. We know he's very fast, very good boxer,
Yes, he is.
devastating power. But we don't know if he can take a punch because they're saying in the gym he's so impressive and all these guys. But when you go in the gym, they wear the big gloves. They have the hats.
You're not fighting a punch bag.
And you're not, and people don't go out to knock you out.
You're not fighting a punch bag, guys. You gotta remember.
Right, you're not fighting a punching bag.
You're not fighting a punch bag. You're not spotting.
Yeah, and all the people he's fought had questionable chins.
This is not practice fight. This is real.
See, you know what happened in ancient times when
Right.
Joe Louis was around? There was a fighter called Max Schmeling.
Yeah.
And Joe Louis was knocking all the former champions out and all the top guys. Primo Canero, Max Baird, all these guys he's taken out. And Max Baird had actually beaten Schmeling. Now, Schmeling was an experienced fighter. And knew stuff.
Right.
And he had good trainers. But he was in his 30s. And when you're in your 30s, you were considered over the hill back then. Right. Well, when the fight was building up, he said, "I think I see something."
Right.
And what it was when Joe Louis, who had the incredible jab, he used to drop his hand a little bit.
Right.
And Max Schmeling said, "I can handle a right hand."
Right.
And Joe Louis got hit by a right hand because of inexperience. And he was fighting a guy who had experience, not as talented, not as young, not as hard hitting, but he did it with savvy. And he knocked him out in 12 rounds.
Wow.
It was big upset, one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Well, 2 years later, or thereabouts, Max Schmeling wanted to go to fight for the championship, right?
Right.
But they didn't want Max Schmeling getting it because Max Schmeling represented Nazi Germany.
Correct.
And he wasn't a Nazi.
No, he wasn't.
In fact, his manager was Jewish.
Right.
But Hitler said, "This proves that we are racially superior." No, it proves that Max Schmeling in that night had Joe Louis's number.
Right.
Well, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling fought again.
Right.
And do you know what happened? Do you know
Wow.
your history? Joe Louis knocked him out in 1 round.
Wow.
And represented a victory for democracy and racial equality over the Aryan bad people, Nazis.
Okay.
So that's what happened. So but that's the thing is, when you have fights, if Usyk and this guy Moses is not going to be experienced enough, you're not going to be ready for one of the all-time greats.
Nope.
In 15 fights.
That's true.
20 fights?
20 fights?
If he fights every kind of style?
Yes. He got a chance.
But then he has a chance. But the thing is with Usyk has never been knocked out.
Yep. Never been knocked out.
He's always fought. He's never had a timeout.
He doesn't know how it feels to be knocked out.
He doesn't. And he likes to train.
Right.
See, most fighters, when they get to a certain level, they're like, I
Will he,
hate this.
will he shock? Will he get shocked if somebody knock him out? Yes.
He'd be shocked.
He would be shocked.
He would be shocked
That'd be a
because it
first
never
for him.
happened.
Exactly.
See, he knows how to dance around and like, say if I punched him,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and then he's been hit by big punchers. He was hit by uh, Tyson Fury. He was hit by jo- Joshua.
Right.
Flush.
Flush. Yes.
Now, he is a natural 200 pounder. He put on about 20 pounds.
Right.
But he's still a natural 200 pounder. And he's fighting guys who are 50 pounds heavier, 6 inches taller.
Right.
Tyson, you know how tall Tyson Fury is?
I'll tell you.
6'9". An expert boxer. And Usyk almost knocked him out.
Almost.
Usyk probably, I mean, theoretically, see, I know what his secret plan is. I know everything.
Right.
Usyk intends to fight past his mid-30s.
Right.
He's going to fight as long as he can be well, not deteriorating.
Right.
He's never been dissipated. He likes to train all the time. And he represents Ukraine.
Mm.
Now, if he went to say, okay, I'm going to lose a little money by fighting all around the world.
Right.
I could fight in America. I could fight in China. I could fight in New Zealand. And that's what Ali did. Ali traveled all around the world.
Right.
Then he gets all these things. Then if he keeps going for, however long it takes for him to fight all these people, he could beat Marciano's record of 49 victories and no defeats.
Right.
Then, and also he could defeat Joe Louis's record of most title defenses.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, and then at that point he would be considered the greatest champion in the world.
Greatest of all.
And also he could help Ukraine by publicizing what they're doing.
Yep.
See, if he quit now, right? They would, first off, what was he going to do? Are they going to put him in the front lines? He's the type he would volunteer to fight in the front lines. But what if he gets killed?
Right.
Do you know how demoralizing that would be?
Yes, it is.
It would be very demoralizing.
Very sad.
Everybody would go, oh no, we're going to lose the war. We lost our heroes.
Everything. Yep.
And so it's not something he should do.
Right.
His best thing is, and the thing is, you're saying, well, that's not being brave. No, it is being brave because you know what? Putin's a murderer. If this guy was running around the world publicizing Ukraine and representing it, right?
Right.
Don't you think Mr. Assassinate People, Putin would try to kill him?
You're right.
See, this is a battle of wills. Can the Ukrainians outlast the Russians?
Can they?
They might be. It's a mixed bag because Russians have lost, with wounded and dead, million men. Ukrainians are losing hundreds of thousands.
Right.
But there are far more Russians than the Ukrainians.
Mm.
But the Russians might rebel against Putin.
Right.
Because the war, I mean, they made it a little popular because the Ukrainians are fighting back and blowing up Russia. So the Russians get, it is okay for us to blow you up, but not to you blow us up. They have a double standard. But when the body bags come home, and it's like the front lines there are like something out of World War One, the Ukrainians might defeat the Russians.
Mm.
But see, I have a problem with the whole Ukrainian war.
What's the problem?
Oh, you want to see? Europe buys Russian oil.
Right.
Russian oil oils the Russian war machine.
Right.
The Europeans want to fight the Russians in Ukraine, costing Ukrainian blood, but not to go in there. So they're trying to bleed Russia.
Mm.
This is what you can do is you want to stop the war. Once Trump is saying, hey, we'll supply you, we'll frack, we'll supply with all the oil Europe needs. What kind of game is going on here?
What's going on, yeah.
Is it the military-industrial thing that they want to keep wars going on?
What?
So they keep them. I don't know. Don't make no sense. It does not make sense. You could stop the war within a year or less.
Yep.
Russia needs money to wage a war.
Yep. Money's involved.
That's money. So, and the thing is, I believe that and they're taking a big chance with the way they're fighting the war now.
Right.
Because the Russians have nukes.
Wow.
They might use the nukes. Putin might get desperate. You know how well the guy is. The guy wants to reestablish the Russian Empire. He thinks the biggest tragedy that ever happened was the Russians, Soviets fell apart. He's KGB.
Right.
But he's a mixture of religious fever and KGB. Because
Right.
his mother was a Christian and she baptized him in secret away from the father who was a KGB agent. So he believes in God. At the same time, he believes in atheism and the KGB.
Right.
He has a split personality.
Two personality.
And he flaps back and forth. So he thinks he's by divine integrating to reestablish the Russian Empire.
Right.
Not going to happen.
Not gonna happen, guys.
Because the Russians got screwed up by the communists, various communists. Stalin killed a lot of people.
Right.
30 million of his own people.
Wow.
And what he would do is like, say I'm like with you, and we're good friends. And then I know we're both good commies, right? They would come to you and say, Vinny is a counter-revolutionary.
Right.
And you would go, no, he's not. Vinny is a counter-revolutionary, unless you are counter-revolutionary too.
Right.
So you had to give me up.
Yes,
It makes people very cynical.
Yep.
Your best friend, you're giving up and you know he's innocent. That's what he did all around Russia.
Right.
Now, the point I'm making is this. That ruined the Russian soul. See, the criminals that live in Russia, say you set up a business, you're a banker.
Okay.
They come in there and say, we want some of your money.
Right.
And you go, well, this is my money. And I don't want to do that. And then they go, like, they bring somebody in. They got a homelessman off the street.
Right.
This is a true story. I mean, they cut his head off in front of the banker. You are next if you don't give us money.
Right.
Well, what are you going to do? You're going to give up that money.
Give it up.
Or we kill your family, too. We kill people. We don't want to kill people.
Right.
Unless you force our hand. And you force your hand by not putting your hand in the pocket to give them money. Commie bastards. And they have, if you ever watch one of those movies, they have tattoos and they have prisons, tattoos all over the body, and they're very ruthless.
Right.
The only people who match, there's 3 triads of ruthlessness in the world.
Right.
There's the Mexican mafias and the Colombian mafias.
Right.
And this Latin, let's call them Latin, right?
Yeah.
Then you have the Arab terrorist organizations,
Right.
like Hamas and ISIS and all these guys. And they're very vicious. And then you have the Russians. But the difference between those 2 organizations and the Russians can blend in.
Ah, okay.
Because they can drop their accents and they're very sophisticated.
Right.
They do all kinds of things. You know what? I went to a boxing match once, right?
Right.
And there were a bunch of people from Brooklyn. And they're talking like this and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then they had a bunch of black people there, and they had a bunch of people from Brooklyn, and there was a black guy fighting a white guy.
Right.
Well, the white guy was Russian.
Okay.
And when he came in, the Russians started cheering. And all of a sudden, they're talking like this with heavy-duty Russian accent.
Change up on you.
I said, these could be spies.
They change up on you.
You would never suspect. And one time, when my apartment, I had a movie during the first Russian-Ukrainian War,
Yeah.
and a lot of people in the movie were Russians,
Yeah.
and a lot of them Ukrainians. Boy, you could cut the atmosphere with a knife. I remember this beautiful Russian girl, Ukrainian girl.
Right.
She goes, I hate the Russians. Then she says, I hate Russians. An American.
Right. Wow.
I could show you a picture of sometime. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous guys.
Oh, but that's the thing. They have wars and grudges being held for hundreds of years in Eastern Europe. They still remember invasions that happened in 12-2.
Right.
They hold grudges. All we have to do is follow Christ's teaching.
That's it.
Maybe he's not in charge, but he always forgives you.
No.
Forgive, and that way you don't go after somebody's grandfather. I mean, my great grand, not great, I don't know, my mother's father was in the mafia.
Oh.
And he was, and this was even before the mafia got real established.
Right.
This is like in 1930.
Okay.
Then, now what if you had a little bit of bad hooch,
Right.
and your grandfather went blind,
Mm.
and then you're going to come after me 50 years, or you, or your father, or your mother's father, gave me my father bad hooch,
Right.
and he went blind. That ruined my life, and now I'm going to get revenge on you.
Wow.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
That'd be crazy.
Now, the thing is, and on my father's side, my father's side was German and American Revolutionary thing, right? In other words, they were here and when Plymouth Rock was established, right?
Right.
Now, look at this. He didn't kill, and they fought a civil war on the northern side. But before, they killed a whole bunch of Indians that were in the country at that time.
Right.
Now, what if an Indian came to me and said, your grandfather killed all the Indians. I'm going to kill you.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
No.
It's not. You're not supposed to do that. That's called collective guilt.
Right.
People should only be prosecuted for the crimes they commit.
Mm.
Now you could now say that's great because say everybody has a little shady background. Somebody in their family who's a batty boy. You're not supposed to take revenge on somebody who didn't do it. Now, taking revenge on somebody who did something, that makes sense. But the other thing does not. It's a bad thing. Get people go and do it. I'm against it. Because that just keeps the circle going around. Because say the Indian guy killed the American, or later American, what the hell do they call themselves? He kills me, right? And I had a kid. And my kid says, I can't get this little boy. I can't get this guy, but I'm going to get his son. And the son is innocent.
Right.
Son didn't do nothing. Then it goes in a circle.
Right.
That's what most wars are based on. A lot of them. Some of them based on money.
Right.
Some of them based on old grudges.
Right.
And they're killing people who are not guilty of the crime that they're supposed to kill. That's why we have so much trouble.
Yes, we do. All right, guys. This is our first time doing a live with Mr. Vinny and Jay.
How many people are watching?
Well,
only 2 people, right?
It was 2, but we